Succession Explained, Season 4, Episode 4, Honeymoon States. Logan Roy built a media empire centered on Waystar and its conservative news network, ATN. His children, Kendall, Roman, and Shiv, have spent their lives seeking his approval while competing for succession. Logan died suddenly from cardiac arrest while flying to meet tech CEO Lukas Matsson about selling Waystar to GoJo. The day after his death, family and executives gather at Logan's Manhattan apartment for an informal wake while jockeying for position. Kendall and Roman have secured joint interim co-CEO appointments, sidelining their sister Shiv, despite promises of equal influence. The siblings now face immediate pressure to meet with Matsson and finalize the deal their father negotiated.
The day after Logan's death, family and executives gather at his Manhattan apartment for what becomes an informal wake. But it's really a power negotiation happening around his personal effects and memories.
Who controls the apartment?
Marcia, Logan's estranged wife, who claims she spoke with him intimately every evening, despite not seeing him for 7 weeks, orchestrates Carrie's humiliating removal.
Carrie is Logan's assistant and companion, who traveled with him to the end. Marcia has her expelled from the apartment and later sells the place to Connor for $63 million during the wake itself.
So Marcia is consolidating her position immediately, converting Logan's death into a financial and territorial advantage.
What about the actual company leadership?
That's the central battle. Frank reveals a penciled document from Logan's safe. It names Kendall as preferred successor, though its age and intent are completely ambiguous. Characters literally debate whether underlining means emphasis or negation.
How old is this document?
Possibly 4 years old with additions maybe 18 months ago. It holds no legal authority, but serves as rhetorical justification for Kendall claiming succession.
Roman immediately asserts equal claim based on his COO role and recent closeness to Logan. He forces Kendall to accept joint appointment by arguing he was actually running operations.
So they negotiate a joint interim co-CEO arrangement, both brothers sharing the top role.
What about Shiv?
She argues for inclusion, but gets systematically dismissed. Kendall and Roman tell her 3 co-CEOs is wonky, that she lacks operational experience. She accepts vague promises of equal influence behind the scenes.
Senior executives like Jerry and Carl each angle for interim CEO consideration. Tom tries pledging loyalty to Kendall and separately advocating for Roman as sole CEO. Both attempts fail.
Does anyone take Tom seriously?
No. He has no institutional standing without Logan as patron.
Meanwhile, Oscar, Lukas Matsson's assistant, refuses to take the siblings' call directly and insists they fly to him in Norway.
He won't come to them?
He treats Logan's death as logistical inconvenience, asserting leverage by making them travel rather than accommodating their crisis.
That's a power move disguised as scheduling.
The communications team presents 2 strategies, one venerating Logan, another suggesting the siblings were already running things, and Logan was losing focus. Kendall and Roman publicly reject the second option as disgusting.
But does Kendall actually reject it?
No. After the public rejection, Kendall privately instructs Hugo to seed negative stories about Logan anyway. Soft, no prints. To legitimize the siblings' takeover by diminishing their father's final competence.
So he's weaponizing Logan's death for legitimacy while pretending to honor his memory.
The final image shows Kendall alone in Logan's office as a new day breaks. He's claimed the physical and symbolic space of power.
Does Roman know about the authorization?
No. Kendall does this secretly, contradicting their joint stance.
The board approves Kendall and Roman as interim co-CEOs, formalizing generational transfer. But Shiv remains structurally sidelined despite receiving what Roman calls a dad promise, vague assurances with no institutional backing.
What's a dad promise?
An empty promise that sounds good but has no enforcement mechanism, exactly what Logan used to give them their entire lives.
The penciled document's ambiguity is crucial because nobody actually knows Logan's final wishes. They're using an outdated note with unclear intent to justify claims to power.
Does the GoJo deal proceed?
That's unresolved. Matsson demands they fly to Norway but treats the whole thing like an inconvenience. The deal's future remains uncertain.
And Logan died before any of these conflicts resolved. Kendall called him a human gaslight days earlier. Roman executed the Jerry firing as his last act of subordination. Shiv discovered Tom retained divorce lawyers on Logan's advice, all frozen without resolution.
They're now competing for succession, using tools and patterns Logan taught them, including lying to each other about equal partnerships while actually consolidating individual power.
Kendall and Roman are interim co-CEOs. Shiv has vague assurances only. Matsson demands they fly to Norway. Kendall already ordered negative Logan coverage, secretly, contradicting Roman.